How do you respond when things go wrong? In this video, we're going to explore UFC champion Alexander Volkanovski and the key skills to psychological flexibility so you can still turn up when things go wrong. So Volk lost this week to Islam Makhachev. He was going for double champ status at 155, but fell short in a very close decision. He was a huge underdog and many pundits had him at $4.10 to actually win the fight. But after the fight, he didn't sound like any other fighter. How was he able to turn up, even when he's a massive underdog? And what is it about Volk that if this fight is replayed, I predict that he's going to be the winner? Using my background, I look at his psychology, and Volk has one thing more than any other champion: flexibility. I don't mean he can touch his toes, although that wouldn't be too hard to do with the distance from his torso to his toes. What I mean is that he actually has mental flexibility. I'll show you a clip where Ariel Helwani describes Volk.
True, unbelievable human being. Like, hasn't changed since the first time I talked to him. Comes on the show when it's 6 a.m. in Australia. Doesn't complain, because of the time difference. He came on my show last year. He cooked for us. He's a big cooker, so he made chicken wings with us. With takis or techies. I always get it wrong. He's an unbelievable chef. He's just an incredible guy. So, yes, good egg.
No matter what challenge arises, Volk is consistently the person he wants to be. If he's tired, after a loss, media commitments, he's not over-identified with his mind or what's happening to him. He can see what's happening and choose a path as it plays out. This is what we call psychological flexibility. It is doing something even when it's boring, painful, or uncomfortable. The question you hear thrown about a lot is, what person are you when no one is watching? I bet we can guess what sort of person Volk is by the outcomes and results that he gets. Volk has built flexibility through applying himself to challenges, then adapting. In my opinion, this is because of his mental toughness. So let's check in on you. When things go wrong, can you continue to pursue what's important to you? If not, don't despair. We can train mental toughness through psychological flexibility skills. There are 6 skills that you can develop to become more psychologically flexible. 1. Committed action. This is taking action even when it's hard. If you're doing this, then keep doing this. If you are not, then we move on to the other 5 skills. Number 2, values. Taking action is one thing, but making sure we understand our why keeps us in check with who we want to be. Values are themes that underlie our goals and beliefs. Values act like a compass and add energy and excitement when we take action. Number 3, contact with the present moment. Past and future are places our mind goes, often because it's avoiding the present moment. We develop the skill to learn how to take control of what is happening right now. Number 4, the observing self. This is described as mind sight by neuroscientist Dan Siegel. It's the observing of your own mind. The alternative to this is that we over-identify with the electrical and hormonal impulses our mind sends out. It's knowing we aren't our minds. Number 5, diffusion. Thinking is an addiction in our society. We get told to think positive, reframe our thoughts, and replace them, like our minds are some kind of computer. The science tells us that we can't not think about a pink elephant. So counterintuitively, we can't actually change our thoughts. Diffusion is the alternative. We unhook from thoughts that are difficult. But coming back to number 1, we do this to take valued action. Number 6, acceptance. Emotions, feelings, and physical sensations drive a lot of people. How often have you said, "I don't feel like doing it today"? It's the struggle with emotions that creates additional suffering in our lives. Emotions come and go based on our life experiences. Our minds have learnt different ways to keep us safe. But if we drop the struggle with these emotions, we create space to take action. Acceptance is about allowing this emotion space to come and go. So again, we can be who we want to be. With these 6 skills, you can be like Volk, a consistent and mentally tough human being. If after watching this, your mind is saying, "Yeah, but I'm not good enough," or "Come on, he's the world champion," then watch this video next about self-compassion, as it's an awesome starting point for a lot of us.